Welcome to Idea Ninja. In the course of this video, we will teach you some basics of SEO, because when you create a website, you want to have the most page views you can get. Therefore, appearing on one of the first positions of Google's search results page is key to generate lots of free traffic to your website. There are over 47 billion websites available on the internet, an average of more than 6 pages per person. It's a lot. With these numbers, search engines needed to find a way to rank the pages in a given search result and make sure people would find useful and trustworthy information on the web. For that, they created an algorithm to rank pages, page authority. As soon as this algorithm was created, companies tried to crack it in order to understand how they could reach the top of the search results page. SEO, or search engine optimization, is the area of knowledge dedicated to the improvement of a website's position in the search results page. Page authority attributes a score to a web page, not to a website. And although the score of each page is kept secret, we know that goes from 1 to 99, being 99 the best score possible. It's important to understand that it attributes the score for a page individually and not for the website itself. Nowadays, there are several online services that provide you information on your page authority score. Although some of those services are pretty accurate, none of them can claim to be 100% right. We advise you to use these services to get a sense of where your website stands, but take the data with a pinch of salt. It is absolutely paramount that you keep track on how Google looks at your page, and you should do it by using their webmaster tools. To determine page authority, Google takes into account two kinds of variables, internal and external factors, and to calculate it, they multiply these two groups of factors. In the internal factors of a page, Google tries to appraise the quality of its contents. They are divided into speed of the page, depth of content, and adherence to Google guidelines. The external factors are exclusively related to the amount of backlinks a page has. The rationale behind it is that a good web page is referenced by others. Backlinks are measured by the amount of times a page is referred in other pages through links. Because page authority results from the multiplication of internal and external factors, you should take both under consideration. A low score in one of them will undermine your efforts in the other factor. A link is not useful when the reference to your page is nofollow, as we can see in the example. Social media pages are nofollow and therefore useless as a backlink. This means that every share of a website page you made on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram adds nothing to your website's page authority. A backlink counts if the link is not nofollow, as we can see in this example. When you inspect the element, the nofollow attribute is not present, then the link is adding score to the page. The better the page that references you, or the higher is the page authority, the more score it adds to your page. So how do you find out the amount of score a link can give you? There are several providers of backlinks analyzers out there that will help you make these assessments. At the moment, we rather not recommend you any specific one, but we do suggest you to use one. However, we have some important tips to help you getting backlinks. First, it is important to know that the key to get high-quality backlinks is to focus on getting an effective marketing strategy to your pages, rather than using endless schemes that won't lead you far. You need to get your partners to link from their website. This is basic and usually forgotten. You also need to get a strategy to appear on media. Doing something outside the box will be an attention grabber. The media will take interest. The most important tip is to create a blog associated with your page. For instance, if you sell doorbells, the only goal of your website is to be a sales page to your product. You may have a hard time getting other pages to backlink your website, but you can turn things around if you create a blog with useful information about doorbells and their importance in safety with frequent questions about them. This way, the goal of your blog is to become the most significant source of information about doorbells in the web, gathering links from all websites related to the subject. Once you build a strong score on your blog, you can link to your webpage, not only directing traffic, but also adding score to your webpage. If indeed your blog becomes the biggest authority in the web regarding doorbells, and your website is frequently referenced by the blog, then the top 2 pages in Google search on keywords related to doorbells will be yours. Does your page take more than 1.5 seconds to load? If your answer is yes, then your page is slower than recommended, and you should analyze what is affecting your page speed. Your page speed can be influenced by several factors, such as large images. Optimize your images in order to reduce their size. You shouldn't put a 5,000 pixels wide photo in a 1,300 pixels wide page. Instead, reduce its size to fit. Try not to exceed 200 kilobytes per photo, and if you have many photos in a page, try to go under 100 kilobytes per each photo. And minified HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files. Minification is a process used to reduce a file size by getting rid of spaces and other useless junk. You should minify files to reduce their size. High latency. Your page response time can be improved by using a CDN. Google values pages with good content, which is defined by these 3 aspects. First, depth. A page with less than 500 words has a low evaluation by Google because it's characterized as irrelevant. Then, scannability. You should make your pages scannable. This means you need to write content having that in mind. Finally, other media. Last but not least, you should use images, videos, and links on your articles as much as possible. Remember to tag your images in HTML through alt tag them to provide text description accessible to search engines. To optimize the information internet users search for, Google has to crawl through all web pages and score them. In that process, Google has a way of filtering all kinds of web pages to find out which are respectable. So they created a set of guidelines with best practices that Google recommends. The violation of those guidelines can result in a lower page authority score or even the removal of a web page from Google's search results. There are some big no-nos when it comes to SEO. The first one is inappropriate use of syndicated content. They check if your page is using copied content. If so, your page is highly penalized and can be removed. Then, wrong use of pages with affiliates. Pages with contributors are only good if they have original reviews. Google has a way to know if a page has original comments. Doorway pages are also a problem. Their only goal is to lead users to another page, and therefore, they are considered poor quality pages. The usability of your website, not only on desktops, but also on mobiles. Optimized pages for mobile have a higher score by Google. Google prizes that and makes them appear on a better place in the search results page when using those devices. It's also important for you to know the difference between white hat SEO practices and black hat SEO practices. The white ones are between authorized and organic practices, a result of an effective marketing strategy. The black hat SEO practices, for example, buying backlinks or going against Google's guidelines, can lead you to exclusion of Google's search page, and it is just not worth the risk. You want to have lots of traffic in your website, so the more you follow the rules, the better your page's position in search results will be. The best strategy to put your website on the map is to have valuable content on your pages and trustworthy backlinks. We have some last advices. First, use white hat SEO practices instead of black hat ones. Then, add your website in Google's Webmaster Tools and get access to your free Search Console. In here, you can track the SEO performance of your pages. Finally, keep improving your internal and external factors together because they work together to create a good score. Thank you for watching. We hope the video has helped your startup succeed and helped you on entrepreneurship efforts. Please give us feedback on our Contact Us page.